Hello and welcome back to Elden Ring. Last time we ended up getting to the Mountaintops of the Giants. We got through Zamor Ruins and the Giants' Mountaintop Catacombs. We won't get to the Hero's Grave yet because we have to actually continue on, go through, around, and then find a point to jump across. Can't really see well, but there, at the top of the screen, we have to jump from there. So, the plan instead, hold the map back up, is we're going to cross over to here and get, honestly, as far as we can before turning around, because there is eventually an assassination mission that takes us here. So I figure might as well at least get the area found and then make do from there. Between episodes, I just ended up helping other players, got a few levels, and I actually put them into intelligence. That's because I also ended up upgrading the Golden Order seal a good amount. Because it is good intelligence and faith scaling, I'm contemplating turning this build into an int faith build. It is late to do that. That is something I can definitely say. It's a very late change, but there was a patch between, like, right after I had recorded the previous episodes, there was a patch that had come out, and in the patch it redid a bunch of spells. I mean, a ton of them got vastly improved. Yeah, I'm not feeling this fight. The Prelate isn't super difficult, but I'm not looking forward to fighting them. I would rather have Olga, probably focus the Prelate instead of all of the little minions who get bodied instantly. But at least by doing that, he's now distracted, so I can actually start whipping fireballs. Okay, those are actually trash. We need just lightning spears. These guys are beefy, so it's usually better to just wail on them with whatever I can get my hands on. There. Now everybody else is easy to deal with. I actually have the front flip the lion's claw on Nagakiba right now. Which, just to prove a point, and because I've actually not used it yet, let's see how this looks. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, that's gonna be fun to use. But yeah, I just wanted to get that Prelate out of the way. Fighting them usually isn't terrible, but it's just fighting them here is difficult. And as I'm sitting here thinking, I have to actually go back through sometime and kill a lot of deathbirds. That's another thing on the to-do list. Since we're knocking out so much of the game and I'm trying to do as close to, can't say 100% completion, but as close to everything as possible. Oh, yep, the Brolem way out there. The Lost Ashes of War aren't bad, but not super important, if we're being honest. I need to get to cover really quick. Yeah, I was waiting for that. I saw him pull the bow back, and I was like, I can't really, run for it just yet. If you want to be difficult, you can just use a horse. I kind of forgot the horse existed. But that'll happen. But that's fine, because we're getting close and he can't hit me now. How do we want to fight this? Maybe an Elden Stars? We'll test this. This is a in the field combat test to see if this is actually an option. Sure doesn't look like it. Haven't heard anything else about Elden Ring DLC yet. Which is a little disappointing, but it's to be expected. I've seen people say, oh, well, FromSoft doesn't announce their stuff, and I'm like, yeah, but this game sold so well. I mean, they sold over 10 million copies. They're gonna say when DLC comes out. Because they want everyone to be playing it. So it wouldn't make sense to be super hush-hush until the last minute. They'd give us probably, I'd say, a month to 2 months warning. And they're probably waiting until after the holiday season, just because so many people are going to be buying other games that the DLC might kind of fall to the wayside. So probably, I guess, January, February, if we get a release date. Because I'm just trying to think, you know, put on my businessman cap and think about how I would do it if I was super serious businessmans. And that's what I do. Even though this year you could get away with releasing it. What do we got for releases, like major releases? Call of Duty in a couple days. Don't have a new Battlefield. Halo is a bust. No new Gears of War yet. I mean, if we really break it down, there is nothing. So, dropping the DLC might be a good idea. Because what other competition is there, maybe? Overwatch? I don't know how much of the market share is really getting divided between those two. I'm stupid and I forgot to switch the things that I need. He is going to explode. Oh, I didn't. But, so, there's a lot of available market right now. The only other thing, especially for consoles, is like Gundam Evolution coming out in December. That's it. Within the Souls-like genre, which also really funny that we have yet to come up with a name that isn't just Souls-like or Soulsborne. Every other game, like Escape from Tarkov, created the extraction shooter, but when it comes to this, it's just like, nah, it's still Souls-like, Soulsborne, something in that vein. You know what? We're gonna come back to this when we have the assassination. We'll start knocking these out, because there's actually quite a few to clear. And I know for a lot of people, you probably already started these missions and have already knocked out a few. But I just held off because I know kind of where this all takes you at the end. And because of that, I'm like, well, if I were to have started them when I first got to Mount Gelmir, I would have got stonewalled anyways. I have to go to the Colosseum. Okay, what do we have? Yeah, we'll just go Frenzied Burst and... what's our spear looking like? I need to actually put into the Vike Spear if I want to... Nah, I'll be fine. I don't need Vike Spear. I got enough madness anyways. Now that I think about it, I kind of regret spending the points on... what you call it? The... Ow. The other seal. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna get... That was easy. The Madness one. And that one scales off Intelligence, Faith, Strength, and Dexterity. It just doesn't scale well. I actually have to check and see what the scaling... Because another important thing is the actual incant scaling. Because if we look at it, like, right now that's at 270, that's at 249, 160, 157, 162. They all have different numbers, and it's important to know which I'm actually using, because they each have different, effectiveness levels. Alright, let's get our first turn in. I think we talked to her.
Did you read the letter left for you? That is the task the Volcano Manor desires you enact. You will be compensated once the deed is done. Good luck. If you are loath to hunt your own kin, so be it. But you must leave this house at once. This is a war against the Erd Tree. We have no place for the meek, nor the luxury of keeping clean hands.
Like, did you give me another mission, or... I'll double check just to be safe, but I think that's everything, though. Yep, that's all of them, so I guess I just talked to her again. It's interesting she has a Crucible Knight here, but the Crucible Knights, I believe they... If I read the lore right, they predate, like, the Erd Tree and stuff, so it's really weird.
I am pleased. Now you are a recusant true, and a full-fledged member of the Volcano Manor. This is your reward, as promised.
Yay, I can't use it.
Never forget that the recusant fights to tread the path of the champion. The way is tainted, but for this very reason, it is the true path to valor. Now you are I am pleased.
Okay, you just say the same thing. We'll quick sit, see if that resets anything. Just in case another mission pops up. I know we have to talk to Patches at one point, so we'll try now.
Hello. What impeccable timing. This is for you. You're new here at the manor, but if you complete the request, you can improve your standing. Relax. We're old friends. Time's come to pass the torch, right? Go on, break a leg then. Hello again.
Yep, you gotta love Patches getting a job and then instantly just pawning it off. Classic Patches. Oh, this guy. This guy's important.
Someone please kill him. That horrendous serpent. Praetor Rykard. You're tarnished. Here to put the demigods to the sword. Then please, kill the great serpent. The one that devoured Praetor Rykard. I left the serpent-slaying spear in the Lord's chamber. Worthy tarnished. Brandish the spear and run him through. The Great Serpent. That unspeakable monstrosity. Praetor Rykard's ambitions, though blasphemous, marked him a worthy sovereign, but they were reduced to gluttonous depravity once he gave himself to the serpent. Whatever that thing is, it is no longer Praetor Rykard. Someone must kill him to spare him and his ambitions from further dishonor. Worthy tarnished. It is the run it.
Alright, yeah, so that guy is important since he tells you the serpent slaying spear where it is. Oh, Juno left. We'll be able to find him later, though. He'll come back.
So, you've blooded yours, then I shall banal, recusant. Why not add?
Nothing he has is really worthwhile at this point.
You've come to undertake power, the recusant to raise.
Yeah. And Raya.
Have you ever heard any strange sounds here at the manor? Something beyond the walls? Like breathing or slithering scales? Oh, Fi, what am I saying? It just isn't possible. I must be tired. Sometimes I hear strange sounds beyond the walls, like breathing. Oh. Sometimes, like...
Yeah, and essentially we're kind of starting Raya's quest line, mostly because we can actually blow through it now with where we are in the story.
Now you are I am pleased.
Yep, blah blah blah. So now we get to go find more jobs. One there. And... okay, so Jar Baron is still there at Jarburg. Did I get two? I completely spaced. Old Knight Sven, Riley the Idol, Greathorn Tragoth. Altus Plateau, Ruin-Strewn Precipice. Okay. Oh, yep. I know where that is. Yeah, because we gotta go and essentially invade him at the boss fight. Yep, right here. Let's go get that other mission done. Fastest route is the old Altus Tunnel. See, these fights, I think they're a case for NPC invaders. Because these fights are fun and kind of make you readjust how you fight a little. And, you know, make stuff like Frenzied Burst actually useful. But I just really like them. You know, I think they could have introduced areas like... the Royal Rat area with the Pharos Lockstones in DS2, or the swamp, or the... what's the other area? just the multiple areas in DS3 where they introduced like player invader covenants. I think you could introduce NPCs. They might have a certain look, but they could have different attacks, or some could even attack in groups. I think it'd be fun. And they're good training for actual player invaders. Oh yeah, he's got the black bolts. Or you could have even NPC factions, or NPCs that you randomly get to invade. And just stuff like that. I think it'd be interesting. Because NPC invaders, it kind of reminds me, there was a boss fight in DS2 where it was like 3 adventurers. And I thought that was such a cool idea. Because it made it feel like you weren't the only person exploring this world. That in fact you were one of many, and you just didn't cross paths. And such fights can feel like a boss fight. Now we get to get all... Oh, yep. Diallos is back. Knight Diallos. Frenzied Burst trivializes these fights so bad, though. It's kind of sad, but, I mean, my other options are what? If I had the Death Lightning, use that, or use the Sword of Saint Trina. This sword, I've seen people actually move it to a low-level character and then invade with it because the Mists of Slumber and the sleep effect is incredibly powerful and drains enemy FP. So it's pretty beastly, and it's at least not madness, but low-level players don't have enough resistances to handle it.
I see you've performed another task for us. Here is your usual reward. Please, take it. Now, perhaps the time has come to tell you of the true ruler of this manor, Lord Rykard. The Erd Tree blessed the Tarnished with grace, but it was all too meager in the face of the enormity of their task. The Tarnished were forced to scavenge, squabbling for crumbs, like the Shard Bearers vying for power in the wake of the Shattering. Our Lord, indignant, has refused to scurry about, fighting over what miserly scraps they allow us. If the Erd Tree, and indeed the very gods, would debase us so, then we are willing to raise the banner of resistance, even if it means heresy. We at the Volcano Manor, under Lord Rykard, have sworn no rest until it is done. If you follow this heroic path, one day the Lord will see you. The Lord's visits with our champions are always a spectacle. It cannot come a day too soon. If you follow this, it cannot...
Yep, that's all. And then we get to talk to Patches to turn in his mission. And the Serpent Bone Blade. It doesn't get enough respect. I think it's a cool weapon. I think it's good. It deals lethal poison, so it's faster, but doesn't... I can't remember what it is. The poison doesn't last as long because it burns quicker, so you can reapply it. But it doesn't label it, it just says poison. The downside is it doesn't have the bleed build-up, but I think if it had both, it'd be overpowered. Though, I mean, Nagakiba's a prime example. You can have lower blood loss build-up, just like an Uchi. And Dragon Scale Blade, that one too needs bleed, I think. Though bleed needs to be reworked. I think they all should have been damage over time effects.
Hello again. Welcome to... You hunted down Tragoth? Are you certain? No, it's quite all right. Fine work indeed. I'll give Tanith the news. Have some rest, by all means. Cheers for that.
And now, let's see. Yep, we can continue Raya's quest.
Brave Tarnished, what is your business here? I'm afraid this is not a guest room. What's that peculiar look upon your face? Goodness, am I still a serpent? Oh, how dreadful. How dreadful indeed. Oh, forgive my distress. I ought to be thanking you for treating me as usual. Despite this appearance, Brave Tarnished, this is my true form. My real name is Zarias. Please forgive the deception. Do understand. This duplicity is my own doing. Lady Tanith speaks no falsehoods. And the Volcano Manor is just as it seems. Lady Tanith, I am told I was born by the grace of a glorious king, that my mother cherishes this form I inhabit. I am proud of what I am, but people are cruel. If they saw my true form, they wouldn't speak to me. And so I assume a guise when seeking new recruits. But you are not like the rest. My serpentine form and the name Zarias were secrets, known only to Lady Tanith and I. Now I share the secrets with you as well. Please keep them safe from anyone else. My serpentine form...
Alright, that's all. New job. And we can talk to Diallos.
It's you, is it? I'm terribly sorry. But would you mind giving me some time to myself? I haven't achieved anything at all thus far. Even though I've dirtied my hands time and time again, I'm still yet to achieve anything. Perhaps I am a fool after all. No, it's worse than that. As things stand, I've given up on the path of revenge and sullied the name of my house. What an easy mark I must have been. How did it take me so long to realize, honestly? There's just no end to my foolishness, is there? Perhaps I am a fool, no. It's worse than that.
Look at you.
Bernal, do you have anything interesting?
I knew you had. Take this.
Yeah, another job.
Invitation to hunt some of the first Tarnished who sat at the round table hold. If you should accept, you're still alive. You've come to take the recruit to raise the...
Nope, meant to see if he had anything different for sale. Nope. Nothing worthwhile. Don't know why you would pick these. Nothing Ash of War. But we got new jobs. That'll be under this. And we would now go after Juno Hoslow, Knight of Blood, and Vargrim the Raging Wolf, along with Errant Sorcerer Wilhelm. So Hoslow is over here, so next time we'll teleport back and run over there. But first things first, we're gonna go do this other one. Somewhere. Man, I wish I remembered where this one was. Wait, it should say. Yeah, Royal Capital of Leyndell. Okay. I would've got there eventually, but... Yep, right there, so... Manor first floor. Oh, he's still alive. Wow, he just opened up with that. Okay, so gotta make sure that sorcerer's dead. Getting some good piercing shots, though. That's always useful. And gone. Okay. Now this is a lot easier and I'm not going to get just flattened. But yeah, could you imagine either invading or getting invaded, and it's like, oh, you were invaded by Three Fingers cultists, and suddenly you have a bunch of dudes flinging madness magic at you, or death cultists using a bunch of death magic. You know, that would be fun. I think it'd be interesting and kind of mix up fighting kind of bland rando NPCs. And now let's go find the Juno Hoslow fight. Unfortunately, with the level I'm at, I need a lot more souls before I can level. Which is disappointing, but it's to be expected, and these areas should pay out a lot better than earlier.
It is I, Lieutenant. We're almost there. Castle Sol lies just off to the north, where the other medallion is housed. It will grant passage to the land of the Halig Tree.
Yep, because we gotta go to Castle Sol at some point. There's no getting around that one. Ah, yeah, we'll fight him. I'm here. The fight is there. There's no reason not to fight the golem. Thought I could land it before he went and hit me. This time around we'll try to use an Elden Stars, at least initially. And eventually it'll actually land its hit. What sucks is the archers have different health than the normal ones. Ah, that was a lot to pay out for just a normal golem fight, but whatever, need to be done. And then we got demi-humans. out here just vibing. Alongside a lot of bats. With surprisingly high amounts of HP. I mean, look at that. Eating 3 lightning bolts, or lightning spears. Pretty much have to go black flame for these guys. And even then, that's not a guaranteed kill. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, of the magic that got changed, black flame did not get buffed or nerfed. Which is both good and bad, because on one hand it means black flame is consistent, but it also kind of sucks because everything else got a buff. I don't think normal flame spells got enough of a buff though, so take that as you will. The hell's going on? I mean, I think I know what that sound was, and it's not good if it is what I think it was. Alright. Actually, do we have a resting place nearby? Because I'd like to get a site of grace around here, if possible. Traveling maiden outfit. The spring step we'll have to use. Random demi-humans. Yeah, looks like there's nothing else around here. A little inconvenient, but yeah, it's whatever. I think there's a path on the right. We'll see when we finish this. Oh, hey, dead body. Probably gonna be like club or string. String. That's fine. No honor, be a scumbag. I think you might actually get a emote if you let him do his thing, but it's an emote, I don't really care. Now, this is an interesting bit here. A twin-tailed silver helm decorated with flowery adornments, symbol of the head of the revered house of Hoslow. Juno Hoslow had a younger brother who was all talk and no trousers. His inability to commit to action was such that Juno inherited the Hoslow legacy without resistance, granting him the freedom to shower his little brother with adoration. And then the armor. When Juno Haslo received an invitation to the Volcano Manor, he discreetly refused. I have already walked many a road drenched in blood, yet never would I consider myself a champion. And then the whip. What we killed was Diallos' brother, who looked after Diallos. But Diallos, wanting to prove himself, left and became, what he is, trying to become something to prove his worth, even though he never really had to. It seems like, at least to me, he didn't like living in his brother's shadow. And to some degree must have felt embarrassed by it. Which is a very interesting bit, and it makes it all very sad. Because, you think about it, Diallos was given the job to kill his own brother. There has to be a site of grace around here somewhere. I know of one, but it's way out of the way. We'll go for it. It's just inconvenient because there's a lot of stuff between here and there and stuff I need to do. Like, we'll come back to here later because we got a job to do here. And we actually have a death bird down here. Speak of the devil. That is a fight we will do at a different time because we are... Ooh, this deathrite bird hurts. I will tell you that. I have fought it. It's not fun. There is another site of grace somewhere around here. I just apparently missed it. But that is irrelevant because we have this one. Quick rest, can't level. Now we will head back to the Volcano Manor.
I see that you stayed the path of champions. This is your usual reward. Please, take it. Perhaps you are ready. Might you see our Lord? Our Lord will no doubt welcome you. Another kindred spirit, treading the path of champions. I see.
Nah, I'm Gucci.
It's just as...
I have the reward. Take it. Let us
Can't use it.
Perhaps I am a fool after all. No, it's worse than that. What an easy mark I was... Perhaps I am a fool after... No, what an easy mark.
Alright, so now we have to wait and he'll leave eventually, I believe. Actually, I think I have to do something else, but we're going to call it here. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button, it helps out the channel a lot, and if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.